Invitational Candlepin Championships. 32 maritime bowlers competing for fabulous trips courtesy of Canadian Airlines in partnership with Air Atlantic and great cash prizes. Our first place winners will each enjoy a trip for two to either Frankfurt or Munich, Germany, plus $1,000 spending money. The runners-up will each win a trip for two to Toronto, plus $500 spending money. The third place finishers will each get a trip for two to Boston, plus $500 cash. Now, the Mark 10 Mixed Invitational Candlepin Championships. Hi, everybody. Ready for another bowling show on ATV? It's a Saturday afternoon. A pretty good way to spend it here with the Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship. We've got a good one lined up for you today. We want to talk about the ladies who've been bowling very, very well.
Oh, absolutely. Let's go back a couple of episodes ago and watch Peggy Glenn bowl very, very well. In our last episode, it was, of course, Barb Durling who had a 133 to open and then combined that with a 113. Bowling also well was her partner, Mike O'Farrell. He had the 119, 116, so it was O'Farrell and Durling. They went on to beat Rita White and Gerald Cormier, and they then will move on to the next round. But a good, solid match from both O'Farrell and Durling.
This is episode number 6. We've got 2 more to go after today, and then we're into our second round. But let's meet today's contestants. They are from Sydney, bowls at the Heather Lanes, Gloria Dalton. We've seen her before, has a 107 average. Gloria's partner today is Bill Drover, also from Sydney, bowls at the Heather Lanes with a 116 average. Now, opposing Gloria and Bill today are Anna Mullen from Newcastle, New Brunswick, bowls at the Newcastle Lanes with a 108 average. Anna's partner is Paul Chase, bowls at the Bolorama Union Street location in St. John with a 113 average. And we'll get right to the bowling after these messages.
And it's great. It's Smart Lease, the smart way to get the new GM car or truck you want without tying up a lot of cash. Talk to your GM dealer or call 1-800-465-3273.
We'll get you going now.
At Swiss Chalet,
your waitress will be right with you.
There's great taste on the menu. Our chicken's broiled slowly over real hardwood charcoal with a special sauce for dipping. It's served with a smile. You'll smile back, and the bill's no big deal. At Swiss Chalet, we want you back, so we treat every visit like your first.
Swiss Chalet, there's always value in a visit.
Don't forget to use your Swiss Chalet coupons from Shoppers Drug Mart by April 2nd and save on a tasty meal.
Even as a boy, Brian Phillips' favorite thing was waking people up. Now, Brian gets a whole city to wake up on 92 CJCH.
Good morning, Nova Scotia. Brian Phillips and the Wake.
So for favorites of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, join Brian Phillips and 92 CJCH's Waking Crew for news updates, accurate weather, and lots of laughs.
We knew what it was going to take to make Eastern Building Centers your best value. So we brought together quality building materials, and we have them at the lowest prices you'll find anywhere. We skipped the frills and concentrated on providing helpful advice that could save you even more money. You will notice the difference the very next time you visit one of our stores. Eastern Building Centers. We're your best value, and we plan to keep it that way.
Once again this week, as it has been throughout the Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship Series, it's New Brunswick versus Nova Scotia. And representing Nova Scotia this week, Gloria Dalton and Bill Drover. Here's the better half of that duo, Gloria.
Well, now, I'm sure the friends of Drover might not say that. Anyway, you're right. It is Gloria Dalton up and not a bad hip. This is a nice off the side. And Gloria Dalton looking here to spare up with the 3 pins all together. Gloria Dalton from Newbury Street in Sydney. Off to the left a little bit there. Bowls at the Heather Lanes, as you mentioned off the top of the show. Been bowling for 18 years. She is a YBC program director. What's a YBC program director, you may ask? Well, despite the fact that she already missed on the left-hand side, she instructs youth bowlers on how to make that shot. Sometimes it happens that the instructors have difficulty making it themselves. You're going to see lots of good shot making in this match from this lady. A real good bowl, a good hit there. Looking for some help and gets it with the diamond shot. Cut in half. But the YBC, or Youth Bowling Program, being offered in most of the bowling centers around the Maritimes. Just an excellent program to get your youngster involved in. Like to do that? Call your local bowling center and ask them if they offer the Youth Bowling Program. Here you see the spare for Gloria Dalton. She gets a chance to sit down now and give way to this lady, Anna Mullen, from the excellent New Brunswick town of Newcastle. Had occasion to visit that town many, many times.
She's got a mark on the board. Does Gloria Dalton and Anna Mullen, you're talking about, looking for her mark. And takes out the 2 on the left-hand side. Settles for a 7-box there. First frame under her belt. That's always the toughest one, they say. So Anna goes for the left-hand approach. That's the diamond cluster we talk about. Very difficult one to spare up. A little bit of wood in behind there that she might be able to use. And is she going to get it? No. Wood won't fall down. Thought it might. Take that number 2 pin out. So it's standing, and she'll go for the single pin. Try and go for a 10-box. Add to her 7, in which case she would be 3 under. She sizes it up. Just a little piece of wood in the background there, moving around. She's got her pin. So Anna Mullen with a 10. And Bill Drover from Sydney, Nova Scotia. We've seen him on our mixed championship before. And he is a fine bowler. A lot of great bowlers out of the Sydney area. As he bears down to roll his first frame. He's on that head pin. Good drop. It's a strike for Bill Drover. The Drover-Dalton combination off to a good start with 2 marks on the board. That's the strike right on that head pin and then into the 2 pocket. And they all go, and the 5 is the last to go. So Bill Drover now throws a couple of bonus balls on that strike as he bowls a second frame here at Paisley Lanes in Dartmouth. Oh, he's off to the left-hand side. Now he will have another ball, of course, to reach for those bonus pins on the strike, but he'll definitely want to make an adjustment here on that last delivery. Bill.
Pretty impressive start, though, for Bill Drover.
1 for 2 on the front pin, and he's got 3 standing. Sizes it up and down. 1 pin left. Is it coming back? Yes, he gets the late action. The Bill Drover sits down with a 27-7 over. He and Gloria Dalton in the lead, but of course Paul Chase hasn't bowled his first 2 frames yet. Paul, another good bowler from St. John. That tan that he got over the summer is still with him.
Absolutely is.
Hanging in there.
Hanging down south a little bit, I think. As Paul Chase. And there you see him with the opening ball. Leaves the 1, 3, and the 6. A little bit of wood beside the 6. Just step out for pizza there for a minute, Paul.
Hope you brought some back for me.
Good shot to Paul Chase. Bang, they're all gone. And he opens with a mark. Now he goes to the other side. Paul Chase from Orange Street in St. John, New Brunswick. This guy amazes me. He's only been bowling for 7 years, has a 113 average. Machine operator at Atlantic Sugar is Paul Chase. Golf, tennis, and weights. Reminds me of my wife. She's into weights. I waits for her hair. I wait for her hair.
Oh, bounces it. Still gets the 2 on the left-hand side for a 9-box.
Paul Chase.
I'll bring up Gloria Dalton again. You know, Gloria is quite involved in the youth bowling program.
That's right. Settling down, gets right on that front end. Needs a little help. Gloria Dalton. Boy, I tell you, she's waiting for that wood to stop rolling around, but it's a tough shot here. She does have good coverage on the right-hand side, that covering the 10. To have that wood out of there, and it's going to be out of there, I think, when all is said and done. Now she's set to go. Just about. And back comes the wood one more time.
Well, it's a waiting game
let's
for
wait. Well,
Gloria Dalton.
what she might want to do. Well, no, I don't think she will. We'll take another look at this. This wood is out a little bit. I thought she might want to try to get something here on the pin, but no, I don't think so. Here's the shot. Tried to get on the pin around here. Gloria Dalton now. Third ball. Ooh. Had one get away from her there. So, Gloria is up with the 7 on the spare, 7 in the frame. Goes to the other side. She's 2 over par. This one off to the left-hand side a little bit. Gloria off the game just a touch right now. Yeah, good late action. Good basketball player. Paul. All right, the 3 children, 8, 12, and 16, their ages. Hasn't hit the 400 club, Gloria, but she's had a 386, just 14 pins shy. And gets her 10 there. So, Gloria Dalton will sit down, and Anna Mullen will come up. 7 and a 10 for Anna to open. She's a bookkeeper for Northumberland County Woodlot Owners Association. I'd like to say hello to Kim and Jerry. A couple of offsprings. This lady likes her crafts. Not the brand name, mind you.
No.
Crafts, the, you know, the things you like, baskets and quilting.
Weaving.
Like that. Weaving, yeah.
Pottery. Macrame. And bowling.
I didn't know you spoke French. Nice looking 10 there for Anna Mullen. She goes to the other side.
Wonder if she's ever made a bowling pin.
Well, not a bad idea if she's into that kind of a thing. Now you're talking about a bowling pin that would go in your lapel. In other words, a bowling pin.
Yes, a pin. I'm pining for a pin.
Well, we may suggest that to her and open up a whole new field for Anna Mullins. Anyway, she's looking at a situation here now where she has the 5, the 3, 5, 6, 10, and of course the 7 on the other side.
Oh, she's got him.
Shot.
Oh, that was a terrific mark.
Oh, it's just a great looking shot from Anna Mullins. Not hard to see why she has that 108 average. She had a 282 rather double. Pretty impressive double. Bill Drover up right now. Drover, he did so in the first frame with the strike. Ann Street in Sydney, Heather Lanes, his home bowling center. He's an electrician at the Journey Inns Motel down in Sydney. Hobbies include baseball, pool, and a sport that's close to your heart and mind, harness racing.
Yes, love to watch the horses go around the track.
Yep. Take this chance to say hello to all the guys at the Cape Breton Turf Club down there in Sydney. Takes 9, Bill Drover. He has the 116 average, 447, his high triple. Got to be good. You toss a 447. Very, very impressive. Down, picked off a couple on the left-hand side. He has a style where he really leans into the shot.
Punches on the right side now.
He's struggling right now here in the 4th frame.
Of course, Bill opened with the strike. Put 7 on that.
Oh, that's a real tough one.
And boy, it's not very often you're going to see Bill Drover come out with a 3 box.
He's says, now what are the guys down at the lanes and Sydney going to say about that one? Well, they've had them before, Bill. We all have them from time to time. Paul Chase, good hit. Needs some help on that side. Needs a piece of wood to turn. It's just not going to turn. Well, turned ever so slightly, but I really don't think it's turned enough. So he could hit it over here and bring it across. Don't think that'll happen. It's a shot, not quite, no. Give it a try, though. Paul Chase. Third frame, first string of 2 in the Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship. Over to the other side now. Well, I tell you, great to have a 10 like that this time of year.
Yes, Bruce, we're going to have to take the show on the road. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I can see it now. The Bahamas Open.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll all for that.
I'm sure we could talk some maritime bowlers into coming along with us.
He has a shot here. He has a bit of an angle on this piece of wood. If he gets down in this area, he could shoot it across. Here's the shot. Had to get down a little lower, and even then it was going to be tough. 4, Paul Chase. 4th frame, first string. Looking things over a little bit. This guy gets into the game, doesn't he? All business up there.
Got him.
Both gets 10, 44, 4 over for Paul Chase after the opening 4.
Let's go to a break, and we'll come back with more bowling in just a moment.
The most beautiful music in the world is on Quality Records' The Love Album. The Love Album, featuring Christopher Cross, Billy Ocean, and Jack Wagner. Laura Branigan, Stephen Bishop, and Foreigner. Dan Fogelberg, Dionne Warwick, and Bonnie Tyler. Where there is magic, there is The Love Album from Quality Records. It's in stores now.
From the East Coast or the West Coast, from Toronto or Inuvik, we can fly you to more destinations in Canada than any other airline. We've created the most extensive network this country has ever seen. Together with our partners, we offer you over 900 well-timed departures every business day. Because we have a name to live up to.
This ain't make-believe. This ain't the silver screen. This is real life, the real good taste of living. This is reality, no TV fantasy. Our secret recipe for one great taste. Kentucky Fried Chicken, the real taste of living.
The toughest family in trucks just got tougher. Introducing the all-new 5.9-liter Dodge Cummins Turbo Diesel. The Ram-Tough full-size Dodge with new anti-lock braking. And the new dual rear-wheel pickup. From Dodge, nobody's tougher on trucks. Chrysler, changing the landscape.
4 frames down, 16 more to come before this one is over. It's week number 6, round 1, the Mark 10 Invitational Mixed Candlepin Championship. Here's Gloria Dalton, who had a mark in her second frame, 10 in her fourth, and she's at 42, 2 over.
Gloria, off to the right-hand side, punched out half of them, and we've seen this one before. Has to come back and be real full on the front pin. The one that's going to be in the middle of your screen, right there. Well, too far to the left that time, so she is fishing a little bit out there. Interesting to see if she goes for the 4 and 7 on the left-hand side, or if she plays a pin out for front and tries to get them all. Gonna go for the bundle, and has to settle for one of the 3. Takes an 8. She goes now to an even 50. That's even par. She had a spare in the second frame with 7 on it. So she goes to 50 after 5. Gloria Dalton from Sydney this time gets in on the front end, but a little too flush. And she has, as you know, as you can see at least, the wood right here. But it's these two pins she'll be dealing with. Either laying the ball in there and trying to drop that pin over, or get the ball across. Got the two. Got a little full in the pin. Try the other side now. Cranks and deals. Bang. Two on the right-hand side. She stays at even par 60 now. She'll sit down and give way to Anna Mullen. Now, Anna opened with a 7, then had a 10, 10. Kept getting better. Came up with a spare in the 4th, so she's open on that spare right now.
I wonder what she'll put on it. Maybe a strike. The trend continues.
Good looking ball.
Sure.
Oh, boy.
Did have that strike ball. Just too flush on that front pin.
You know, that's just a real tough split for Anna. She gets only 5 in the mark, and she just laid that ball in there real well. Deserved much, much more.
5, 6, 7, 9, and 10.
Well, maybe not.
Well, we'll give her some coverage on that. I think she wants to be on that 5 pin.
Well, since she tried to just get a piece of the 5, she had just a real tough spare chance because of the 2 pins that are almost side by side. Started that with a 7, Anna Mullins does. Gets 5 in the mark, and she'll switch to the other side. Side. Bang. Good hit. This time gets a better break. They use the 4, the 7, and the 8. Seen this one before? She has a piece of wood that's coming back that she's watching right now, and that's not going to be great news for her.
Anna Mullen, 49, 1 under, and waiting.
Yeah, she had a piece of wood come back across there. You see it, but she gets now a clear shot. Oh, she got flush on the pin. Boy, she is having some tough luck. And
it's not good either.
Well, you won't see a tougher 2 frames than 5 and 6 were for Anna Mullins. Bill Drover up now. He opened with a strike, 10-9, but boy, he had a tough 4th box. Only got 3. He's still only 1 under par at 39.
Good hit.
Off the side
on that front pin.
1, 3, 6. Seen this one before. He can play it on this side, or of course he can lay the ball right in here. He's made this shot many times before and makes it one more time. Bill Drover rebounds from a tough box in the 4th.
Yeah, that number 3.
That's the
recovers nicely.
And that's right. That's what you like to do. Have a tough one come back and look real strong, and he did there. So Bill Drover will go to the other side and roll on that spare. It's a real tight match right now. Winds up and
right on that head pin. Wood coming back.
Well, they're playing a little tough spare this afternoon. What Bill will want to do here is play that ball in around here. He wants to scoot that piece of wood over and kick everything in this way. Here comes the shot. Too far to the right-hand side. I wouldn't be surprised if he'll forget about going on these 2 and again come right back here. Hits that shot right, he could get them all. There it is.
Got him.
That's the one he wanted.
Good work by Bill Drover.
Yeah, last time that would have produced a spare for him. All right, Paul Chase steps up. You see the spare he opened with. A couple of 9s and a 10 after that. And you're looking at Paul Chase from St. John, New Brunswick. Boy, you talk about great bowling towns. St. John, New Brunswick. Boy, it's a great bowling town. Good towns represented here.
Between Sydney and St. John, got a lot of fine bowlers.
Ooh. Just had one get away from him that time on the right-hand side. Not something you usually see Paul Chase doing. But on the other hand, it happens to the best of them. One of the 4 takes a 7. You're not pleased with that. He goes to the other side. And he got a good hit there, but that's not a terrific leave.
5, 6, and 10 with a piece of wood out in front of that 6 pin. Could play that.
Well, he might try to come off the end of the wood. He's got to get something on this and this, and they're almost side by side. Dead on the 5. Now he'll come in, of course, with the red band and try to knock that piece of wood right back through. Take the 6 and 10. A little bit of angle on that wood. Has to be a little bit careful.
And he's got him.
Ball comes back to the plate, gets the job done. So, Paul Chase finishes up with the 10. He goes to 61.
And we'll be back with more of the Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship in just a moment.
Get a grip on winter with the 89 Jeep lineup today at your local Jeep Eagle dealers. Carve a trail in a Comanche, the affordable pickup that works hard and plays hard. Go where you want to go in a YJ, featuring Jeep's famous shift-on-the-fly 4-wheel drive. Check out Cherokee, the family Jeep that gives you comfort and versatility. Snow, sleet, rain, or shine, Jeep is the all-season legend. Come see the rugged lineup of 4-wheel drive Jeeps, only at your Maritime Jeep Eagle dealers.
Hi, may I take your order, please?
Big Mac McDeal,
A quarter pounder with cheese.
filet of fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger,
Chicken and McNuggets.
tasty golden pressed fries, regular and largest size,
And salad, shepherd garden.
Nor chicken salad, oriental,
For breakfast, egg muffin, hot cake and sausage, maybe omelet.
muffins, all 3 kinds of Danish, ice stew, and for dessert, hot apple pies.
Sunday favorites. Soft serve cold, 3 kinds of shakes and chocolates, chip cookies.
And to drink a Coca-Cola,
Diet Coke and orange drink.
Sprite of coffee and hot chocolate. Also apple, orange, and grapefruit juice.
I love McDonald's Good Time Great Taste. Heaven, get this
All in one place.
Would you like that to go?
For $11,589, you can bulk up a hard-body king cab with all these options. And we'll throw in this attractive carrying case for nothing. For $900 worth of options at no extra cost, see your nearest Nissan dealer now. The Nissan Sentra costs $1,000 less than a Honda Civic. And in terms of reliability, it has a much better health record. See your nearest Nissan dealer now.
15 candles for 15 years. To celebrate, Heritage Cedar Homes is giving away 1 home with every 15 sold this year. Yes, 1 out of 15. If building is in your plans, odds are you'll build a Heritage Cedar home. It's our anniversary promotion. We're giving away 1 home with every 15 sold this year. Great odds for winning the home you build.
Back to the bowling on ATV is Saturday afternoon. Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship. Paul Meunier with Bruce Stephen calling the shots as Gloria Dalton prepares to shoot one herself.
Boy, I'll tell you.
7th frame.
It's a good one. Gloria Dalton, Bill Drover up by just 6 pins over Anna Mullins.
Whoa, what a drop.
Good hit. 2 very shaky pins down there, but a great piece of wood. I tell you, the target will be right there. But she can be anywhere near there and make this one good. There it is. They're gone. Gloria Dalton picks up the spare. So her team goes up, or at least continues to be up by 6, but now they're open. And we'll add to that total what Gloria gets on this ball. Now, this one has the makings of a real nail biter. Bang. 5 bonus pins for Gloria Dalton. So the difference now 11 pins for Dalton and Drover. Gloria Dalton bowling here in the 8th frame of the first string of 2. And this is the Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship. Big shot of Gloria there, and her target is the tough split.
Oh, threw that wood out. Now, takes an 8 box out of it. And we'll go to 83, 3 over par.
And there you see the stats for Anna Mullins. 57, 3 under par right now. She has 1 mark. That came in the 4th. It was a spare, and she got 5 on it. Off the side. Well, cut a piece of wood right through the crowd there. Anna's going to try to stare them down there. I understand why that didn't go. Or at least she can get more. Anna's been off the front end, but she's getting some pretty good action off the ball. 2 pins there. Lays it down. Oh, by on the right-hand side. So 8. for Anna Mullins takes her to 65. Difference remains 11 pins. Anna goes to the other side now. Lays it down. Again, off to the left-hand side, struggling to find the front end. She has a piece of wood, as you can see there, covering this pin. Lay the ball a little bit flush on that front pin.
Oh, out Never Land.
Yeah. This time, if she misses the front pin, she wants to be on the 3. And she is, and she gets 9. So Anna Mullins comes through with a clutch shot, hitting 3 of the 4 to take the 9 to go to 74, and gives way to Bill Drover. Bill Drover, 64. He's 4 over. Had a strike and a spare so far in this one. Cranks it up, fires. Off to the right-hand side, but he does get 6, leaves the 4 horsemen. And as you know, we can play it on the right-hand side, play everything in on the outside, that being, or split the 1 and 2. Try and carry the 4 and the 7. Here's the shot. Just off that front pin.
Bill Drover going for the single pin up in front. And he's got it. So another 10 bucks for Bill Drover, who's now 74, 4 over. Goes to the left-hand approach to bowl his 8th frame in this 2-string affair.
Bill got off to the great start with that strike. But only a total of 6 marks so far in the match. And one of the reasons is the split you're seeing here. That's a real tough split for Bill Drover. Now, what he has a piece of wood, almost like a T. He has one there and one like that. I don't think those are going to help him too much. This, if he got around the edge of the nose, he might drive it over there and bring it all the way back. See which way it goes. Goes that way. Got on the pin, but couldn't bring it back. So he goes to the other side. Like that, good. So count 10 for Bill Drover. That takes him to 84. Still 4 over par.
And here comes Paul Chase, the partner of Anna Mullins this day. He's 1 over now, 61.
This guy had a mark to open, not being the spare. 9, 9, 10, 7, 10. Punches through in the right-hand side. Ball perhaps being just a touch too deliberate up there. Good style, good delivery. Oh, boy. That is really tough to take. Now we'll see if he plays the 2 pins on the right-hand side. That, in all likelihood, is what he'll do. He does, gets both of them, and takes an 8. We'll go to the other side to try and pick up something here. Watching Paul Chase, 8th frame. Mark 10 mix. Again, punch it through the middle. Boy. All of a sudden, they've turned real tough. Got the 3, 6 here. Gonna try and lay it in here and toss the 3 over on the 4 and 7. Here's the shot. Oh, not a bad try. He had that 3 going, but unfortunately it went behind the 2 pins. Oh, 2 very big pins down there, although we're still in the first string. A couple that Paul Chase would very, very much like to have. A couple of 8s, drop 4 pins there. And as we say, we're still in the first string, a couple of frames to go in this string. But Paul would have liked to have picked up a little more than a couple of 8s.
Here's the scoreboard, 167 to 151. Dalton and Drover, the duo from Nova Scotia, Sydney to be exact. And, of course, Anna Mullins and Paul Chase, our New Brunswick duo.
16 pins the difference, Paul, and really was just a handful a few moments ago. So all of a sudden, Dalton and Drover picking up some serious pins there.
Wonderful prizes, of course, awaiting the champions of the Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship and this Waterford Crystal, which is just a beautiful trophy. Anybody'd love to have it on their bookcase or mantle, and we will come back with the final 2 frames and get that much closer to the end of it all in just a moment.
Jonathan Price was born with a hole in his heart. He spent 16 weeks in a hospital fighting for his life. 10 of you out there join the fight by giving blood. Jonathan's parents don't know you, but there's something they want you to know. Instead of the sadness of an empty crib, they have the joy of a hungry baby. Life is worth fighting for. Give blood.
The heat is on. It's on the street.
Discover the fire within the Pontiac Grand Prix. Open the throttle in the V6 Power and discover how, with $750 cash back, you can get into a new brand of award-winning performance. Pontiac Grand Prix.
Pontiac, it's on the street. It's on the street. The heat is on. It's a Pontiac beat.
If your kidneys failed, life could stop for up to 5 hours a day, 3 days a week, like it does for me. 'Cause that's how long dialysis takes to clean my blood. But having the Kidney Foundation of Canada looking out for me makes me feel a whole lot better. 'Cause they're working really hard to find a cure, so I could spend time with my friends, instead of a machine.
For more information, call your local branch office.
First, she tried the tiny video store in the corner, but they had no selection at all. It was just too small. And the super gigantic video supermart was so overcrowded she couldn't find anything. It was just too big. Then she discovered Metro's new release video stores, the happy medium with 5 locations offering friendly service and good selection. At New Release Video, they always have more than one copy of popular movies. You can make reservations if you want to plan ahead. New Release Video, Metro's fastest growing chain of family-sized video stores. They aren't too big, they aren't too small. They're just right.
Just 12 frames to go before this one is history, and it's difficult to call.
I make it 17 pins right now, Paul, the difference in favor of Gloria Dalton and Bill Grover, and it's Gloria Dalton up right now to bowl and finish off her first string. Off to the right-hand side, Wood coming back, wraps around. Well, that might help just a touch. Really what she wants to do, though, is lay it right in here. Kick this over, and it'll parry through. Oh, everything but the 10, and that was real close on the 10. Yes, the super effort by Gloria Dalton. And she watches that piece of wood slowly fall across the plate. Don't think it's going to be a factor at all. There's a good shot of the whole story. Gloria Dalton, a single pin. And it'll be 9 for Gloria Dalton. Dalton goes to the other side. Finish off her string. Good hit, but again, played a little tough. Let's see where that wood ends up. That's the 3 and the 6 on the right-hand side. Right in around there. A little bit of coverage. No, goes right by. We'll fatten up the target a little bit here, Paul. That's it. Oh, she's a spot right there. A lot easier now. Oh. Well, everything but a homing device. Just after the right-hand side.
Through the hole. So Gloria Dalton will sit down, having bowled that 8 bucks with an even 100 on her first string. Makes way for Anna Mullen to bowl the final 2 of hers. She's at 74, 600.
Well, if Anna can pick up a mark here going out, she can tighten this match up considerably. See what happens. Good looking hit. I'll tell you, she had a lot of things happening there. Left herself a single pin. She's going to have a clear shot at this. It's the big mark for Anna Mullins. Really pull within striking distance if she picks up the mark here. Unofficially, we make it 14 pins. And the difference? Yes, she's got it. Anna Mullins comes up with a big mark here on the 9th frame of the first string. And she'll go to the other side to lay on the spare. So, all of a sudden, this gets very, very tight. Here's the shot. Oh, she would have liked to have had more than that. Only 3. Well, it does cut the lead down to 11 pins. Again, that's unofficial. She has to come right back and be in the front pin here. This would be pretty if it went. Oh! Wood coming back, and it's going to go. Hurry. Yes, sir. little timely shot there. Oh, this is what makes this sport really so exciting. You never know. This is a great hit, and she certainly deserved to make the shot. Look at the two pieces of wood go by the 7, one on each side. She hit it well enough to make it. Looked like she wasn't going to make it. Then all of a sudden, hey, look at this wood. It's coming hard. It's coming hard. It's stopped. But no, it's not stopped. Wrapped it around. So
Anna Mullen throws her bonus ball now before she sits down to make way for Bill Drover, and she's right in that 1-3 pocket. Oh, 9 on the mark.
All of a sudden, we've got a 2-pin match. That is real exciting stuff. It's like just 2 pins in the difference. Well, let's see what Bill Drover can do about it. Bill Drover, 2 frames yet to come in this string, then.
Good hit there. He's going to get.
A great hit, but
8.
As we get the official now, we get the calculators out, make the adjustment, and we cut the lead in half. It's 1 pin.
1 pin difference now.
Well, I don't know. Bill's got some wood there. But these 2 pieces of wood are well out in front of that pin. There's a lot of room there. He's got to be real careful.
He's got it at the mark.
Well, that was not as easy a shot as it might have first appeared. Bill Drover comes up with a big mark.
So is Anna Mullen.
Yeah.
Put on a big show towards the end of her first string. Bill Drover begins to chase her, but he only picks up 2 on that mark.
3 pins now, the difference as we count them down to the halfway mark. Bill Drover up. Final frame, first string. Really wants to come back with the strike ball. No, it's to the right-hand side. And heaven forbid if Bill should get a 7 box here, have a tie match. He's got 5 pins still standing. Final ball, ranks it up, lays it down. He's got 7 box.
And a tied match. 103.
Well, it's all tied for Paul Chase to get up. So a couple of 10s, it remains tied. If he gets a mark with something on, of course, his team goes into the lead. Anything less than a couple of 10s, and his team will be trailing at the half. It's that simple. Let's see what Paul can do. These are the 4 horsemen. Look at the concentration. Oh. He got on the pin on the outside, but just cut it too fine. Take a little time. 3 real big pins down there. He wants them all.
He's got
them all. The match remains tied with 1 frame to come in the first half. Paul Chase works in that ball. Left the diamond shot plus the 7. Missed the diamond. And the 7 on the left-hand side. Hits that diamond shot properly, he'll get the 7 without a problem. Oh. All right. Wood coming back. Might get 1. Does. Well, interesting situation. Single pin down there. Paul Chase gets it. The match is tied at the half. If he doesn't, his team's down by 1. No matter what happens, it has been an exciting first half. And the scoreboard really tells the story. He's missed the shot. So it'll be Dalton and Drover by a single pin. But really, that half should have been the second half. What a great finish it would have made. Anyway, 1 pin at the half. Paul?
Closest one we've had in a long time. We'll come back with the second string in just a moment.
The world's most beautiful music is on the Love Album.
Come with me, my love.
The Love Album, featuring the Honey Drippers, Air Supply, Jack Wagner, Dan Fogelberg, and Sade. Christopher Cross, Laura Branigan, and Billy Ocean. Stephen Bishop, Bonnie Tyler, and Bertie Higgins.
We had it all.
Where there is magic, there is the Love Album from Quality Records. It's in stores now.
Your local Chrysler dealer brings you value that's fun. Chrysler's sporty Sundance Shadow offers 47 standard features, more than any of the competition. And now for a limited time, get extra value. Exciting electronic fuel-injected engine, AM/FM stereo cassette, high-style aluminum sport wheels, and summer fun sunroof. Total discounts worth over $1,700. Don't miss this special purchase by your Chrysler dealer during the Sundance Shadow Extra Value Surprise at your Maritime Chrysler dealers now.
Hi, may I take your order, please?
Big Mac McDeal,
A quarter pounder with cheese.
filet of fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger,
With chicken and nuggets.
tasty golden press fried regular and larger size,
And salad, shepherd garden.
nor chicken salad oriental.
Ham for breakfast, egg McMuffin, hot cake and sausage, maybe omelet.
Quick muffins, all 3 kinds of Danish. Dashmans 2 and 4 dessert, hot apple pies.
Sunday favorite. Soft circle, 3 kinds of shakes and chocolate chip cookies.
And to drink a Coca-Cola.
Diet Coke and orange drinks.
Spread a coffee and hot chocolate. Also apple, orange, and grapefruit juice.
I love McDonald's good time grilled cheese. Haven't get this
All in one place.
Would you like that to go?
No matter where you come from, or who you are, join the team against drugs. This is Jean Béliveau supporting the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in bringing you this very important public service message.
The halftime break is over, and it's time to bowl again here in the Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship, round 1. This is our 6th episode. 2 more to go, Bruce, and we are into the second round of the second series of Mark 10 bowling shows.
Well, the guy with the fingernail clipper concession not doing all that well today. Nails are being bitten off short in this one. Late action there for Gloria Dalton. Leaves the feather shot, the 1, 7 on the left-hand side, and the 10 on the right-hand side. What a pretty shot this is.
Could be a new venture for me, a fingernail clipper concession. Might just make a tidy sum, retire.
She's moved the 7. 7 pin sitter was moved by that shot. 9 for Gloria Dalton. Match is tied once again. And all indications are it may continue this way all the way through. Real good one. Good
Right on
hit
that head
by
pin.
Gloria Dalton. Now she's going to have great looking
Back.
wood.
Oh, yes, this should be a mark.
Yeah. Fella says this is a girl with great looking wood. Anywhere around there. Gloria. Oh, Gloria.
Oh, no. Well, that's not the channel of love. That's the channel of despair.
Yeah.
Grabbed up another bowling ball. She does have a 10 box, though.
Boy, it just shows it can happen to the best of them. She's a real good one, but just had one get away there. Anna Mullins up now. This was our leader of the 4 bowlers after the first string, tossed to 106. Just to recap, rather, Gloria Dalton 100, Bill Drover 103. And Anna Mullins here, she had a 106. And Paul Chase had a 96. You've got to believe that we're going to hear a little more from Paul Chase as this match progresses. Nice piece of wood in behind here covering the 9. Here's the shot. Oh. Too thin. On the front end. A tough shot here to try and get 10. Gets the 2 on the left-hand side, takes an 8. So it's advantaged Rover and Dalton by 2.
Boy, this is the closest match we have had in a long time, Bruce.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty close all the way through for the most part. Anna had the ball get out to the left-hand side this time. Picks off a single pin there. Now she's got a little pressure shot. She'd like to be on this pin, of course, but not fair to be over in this area here, I would suggest. Doesn't want to miss on the left-hand side. She is, gets 9. She says, I'll take 9 out of that. She does and sits down. Difference now unofficially of 3 pins. My mathematics are correct. Bill Drover up right now. We mentioned a moment ago, 103 in his opening string. That's with a strike and 2 spares. So Bill says, well, not a great string considering the marks I had. But you consider 2, he had 2 on one mark, 5 on another. And he had a 3 box in there. So he struggled for that 103. Well, he missed the spare, but boy, he's got a great-looking 10. Bang, right on the red band.
So a $10 start the second string for Bill Drover, and he'll try and mark this next one.
Keeps this one tight. 3 pins in the difference.
Oh,
got
that head
ball
pin,
in real
found the
nice.
1-3 pocket. Wood coming back to tap the 6. 10 is standing, and it's...
He has an
2 and
interesting
4.
shot. Well, he doesn't. The wood moved on him. For him to try and lay it in here, or of course put the ball on this side. No, Bill. He saw him walk back, put the hands on the hips. Just come on. What's going on?
Wants to be to the left-hand side, which he is, and he gets the 10 as well. That was a very difficult split, the 2,
real
4, 6, and 10. We'll take a look at that one more time.
Watch the way he'll knife across the... There it is. See the wood bouncing, kicking, and it's going to fall on the dead wood. And because of that, it rolls around, gets much better action, twists, and just touches there, the 10. Paul Chase up right now. Punches out. But does get some good action and gets a nice break there. All of a sudden, things starting to happen down there. 1, 3, at least 1, 2, 4. He's looking at.
Oh. Well, it has been today a story of missed opportunities as well.
Well, really, the second ball has been haunting Paul Chase right there. Played tough for Bill Drover. And of course, Gloria Dalton had one get away a moment ago. Yeah. Going to take a 9 there. I make it unofficially 4 pins in the difference now for Drover and Dalton. Paul goes to the other side. Good hit. They're gone. Boy, that piece of wood came flying across the plate. Watch the piece of wood come from the left-hand side. Bang. They're all going to disappear but one. You're going to see a piece of wood. Now, this is a slow motion version, of course, but that 6 is going to be the last one standing. But watch this piece of wood coming across, skipping and hopping and jumping. Bang. Rolls up the other piece of wood and comes back for good measure. Gloria Dalton up right now. Her team up by 4, but I would have to consider them down by a couple because Paul Chase will be on the strike when he gets up.
It's the 3, 5, and 6 for Gloria.
Good shot, Gloria Dalton. Well, quite often the case when one bowler picks up the pace, the others follow. Gloria Dalton certainly responding to the strike a moment ago by Paul Chase. Comes up with a mark of her own here in the 3rd. And she gets on the board with the mark. So her team up by 4 plus what Gloria gets here. She's going to count 5. Difference of 9 now. This is not all that bad a shot either, considering this piece of wood right there. Really what she's dealing with is A, B, and C. Oh, she had to be on A. Or was it C? Anyway.
Be that as it may. She's got 2 pins standing, and she's going for them now, including the front pin, which she had to be on, really. Takes an 8 box out of that.
7 now, the difference. For Dalton and Drover. But Paul Chase will have a couple of bonus balls working. Anna Mullins right now.
Right on that front pin. Punches out.
Help.
Did get some help on the right side.
Well, she got coverage. She got 1 pin and she got coverage over there. She can lay the ball here, bounce it off, pin over there, or take it in there. Try to go
4,
inside.
7, 10.
And it's 9 for Anna Mullins. Now, I think it's 8. We're trying to kind of calculate as we go along our heads. And
which always don't work.
Say, that's right. It's easy for you to say.
I'm speaking for myself. Oh, good. Front pin hit for Anna Mullen. She's got the 6 and 7 to deal with now.
Wood, she wants to, if it's going to come over and hit the pin, she wants it to turn. but it's not. That's going to be a tough piece of wood to get to the other side. Anna's watching it now. Try to come up the nose of that wood. Good try. She wanted to be up the nose to the right-hand side a little more, but she got right in there. Big pin on the other side. And it'll be a 9.
So here comes Bill Drover, Gloria's partner. They are looking very good. 9-pin difference, we think. And Bill, 2 10s to open the second string. Gets himself a 6 on his first. Oh, wait. Ooh, ah. 7-pin drop.
Good setup.
And it is a good shot. Yep, 3, 6, and 10s, you were saying?
He wants to ignore the wood. Right on the pin. Oh, got right on the pin, all right. Punch through.
I guess we should have been more specific in our directions.
Yeah, really. Oh, 1 at a time. 8 pins the difference now. Dalton and Drover. We're watching Bill Drover here in the 4th frame. And Bill is really having a tough time up there right now. He's pinning pretty good. A couple of 10s and a 9 this string. But he's cutting them down 1 at a time. Oh, good looking ball by Bill Drover. Now, if this would, no, turned the wrong way. Single pin there. Byers goes to the right-hand side. Difference of 7 now. So the situation very clear. As Paul Chase gets up rather to bowl through 3 and 4. When he finishes, there'll be 6 frames per bowler to come. This man's team trails by 7, but he's on the strike. Gets 7 on the strike. We've got a tie match. He's got 7 already. He's got 8. He's got 9. His team's up by 2, and he's looking at another excellent spare chance.
Should be no problem. Get that 2-pin. And he's on it.
Right on the pin.
Another mark on the board.
Well, we said in the after the first string that chances are we were going to hear a little bit more from Paul Chase. And we are hearing that loud and clear right now. Strike in the second, spare in the third. His team up by 3 pins. Plus the 3 he picks up there. It's a 6-pin advantage for Mullen and Chase now. Oh, boy. Turned against him all of a sudden. Byers gets 1.
Oh, no.
Takes a $5. Team maintains the lead, but we've got him by about 1 pin. So, a lot of things happening there with Anna Mullins and Paul Chase picking up the lead and going into the lead by just a single pin. Paul.
And we'll be back with more of the Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship in just a moment.
Fasten your seatbelt for the hottest show on home video, Car Wars. Over 130 spectacular crashes by some of professional racing's top drivers. There's cars, there's bikes, there's trucks, there's even boats. There's never been so much action packed into one home video. Car Wars. All the thrills, all the spills of the fastest, most dangerous sport in the world. And you get to see them in the comfort of your own home. You won't believe your eyes. These are some of the most spectacular crashes ever filmed. Car Wars. Also ask for hockey, the lighter side. Football, hit after hit. Hockey, a time to remember. Or fast cars and beautiful women. The home video of your choice, only $19.99 from K5 International.
Available at Zellers, Woolco Woolworths, Kresge Kmart, and Canadian Tire.
A lot of places promise reliable brake repairs, but why take chances? Mrs. Purvis knows nobody tops Midas. Steve here has been servicing brakes for years. Midas brake specialists are trained professionals. Heck, I run this place, but Steve knows more about brakes than I ever will. And that's why Midas guarantees Mrs. Purvis's brake pads and shoes for as long as she owns her car. Don't take chances with your brakes. Come to Midas. Nobody tops the Top Guns. Nobody.
He used to wear patched jeans and say he'd never settle down. They called him the Rebel. And it's for people like him that we make the Chevrolet Corsica from just $12,298. Because let's face it, there's still a bit of the Rebel in all of us. Chevrolet, the world's most successful cars.
Back at Paisley Lanes in Dartmouth, Paul Menier with Bruce Stephen Bois. We have not had a match this tight in recent memory.
Well, each team has 12 frames to come, 6 per bowler, and there's only one pin in the difference, but you've got to wonder now if Anna Mullins and her partner Paul Chase don't have the advantage now because they've been coming on ever so slowly. They caught Bill Drover and Gloria Dalton just a short time ago, and now they've gone to the lead only by a single pin, but psychologically they can now say we are the leaders, and we've got the momentum going. So let's see what happens when Gloria Dalton gets up. Let's see if she can take that momentum away from Anna Mullins and Paul Chase. Let's see what happens.
Well, of course, Anna Mullen really came on strongly towards the end for her team, and Gloria Dalton, she finished her first string with a mark. She's got 2 9s and 2 10s in this. Oh, I'm wrong. Looking at Bill Drover's score. She does have, of course, a 9, a 10, a mark, got a 5 on that, and the 8s. So 42, bowling for more.
Now, Gloria right now is getting the ball off to the right-hand side. Indication she's dropping the ball a little bit. Not getting the good, clean follow-through. Not that time. Boy, she bounced something off the 8. It wouldn't drop. That's an 8 for Gloria Dalton. Oh, she goes to the other side now. Trying to block out the crowd, the camera, the lights, and you and I, Paul, and concentrate on this shot. Boy, she really hit a good one there, and she doesn't get a great break. She's got the 5, the 7, and the 9. Hopes this wood will come back and help her a little bit, and it does. Well, if she can get down real low here, she can come off there, get the 9, and then drive the wood over on the 7. The problem is she might come off there and go by the 9. Let's see what happens. Here's the shot. Oh, she went up high. A couple of pins down there. It could be the difference in this match.
It's going to the outside.
Thought she was going to catch a piece of that wood and possibly get them both. Difference now is 5 in favor of Mullen and Chase, and Anna Mullen is up right now. 1 8 and 3 9s in the second string. She had a 106 in the opening string.
Anna Mullen over on that 2-pin.
On the left-hand side. Well, I have to say the shot making hasn't been fantastic in this second string. Not to criticize the bowlers, but the important thing is the match is very, very close. And there's a good hit by Anna Mullins. She just misses.
1-3 pocket, I should say. It's just the kingpin standing there. The old king.
Yeah, it could be a problem too, unless she gets up around the nose. Here's the shot. No. That's the lead to 4 now. Anna Mullins is up on the other side. Really struggling to get on the front end, these bowlers right now. Anna Mullins.
Six pins to drop down there. She's found that front pin, and she got him. Good shot. Anna Mullins.
This one took a little time, Paul. But it went once. I'm sure it'll go again here. If it would. Got a little push.
That's all it was. Just a little nudge at the base of the pin.
Okay, difference remains 4, but of course Anna will be open on that mark when she gets up. Bill Drover, here's a guy that would really like to get something going. A couple of 10s and a 9, and look at this. Cut that ball in. And he has got to go to work on this one. Left side, right side, or right side, left side. Ooh. It's going to make it difficult. He's got 4 on the left-hand side. He'd like to blast them all out of there. Gets 3 of the 4, takes the 7. And the lead is now 7 for Mullins and Chase. Grover goes to the other side. Bill Drover from Sydney, Nova Scotia. Under the gun here and a real pressure cooker. Off the side, over on the 1. All kinds of things happening down there. Now be very careful. He's got to get a piece of that wood to turn. He does not want it to come back and remain at that angle out front. And here it comes. All 3 of them. This could be a real problem for Bill Drover. Well, got enough of them down there. He's got 3 of them. And if he gets up on the nose, he might be able to drive them back into the pin. Here's the shot. Oh, it was dicey, but he got the job done. Bill Drover. Ooh, he said, I'll take that one. Paul Chase is up now. His team is up by 7. His partner, Anna Mullins, is working on a marker. Wilby when she gets up, and so, of course, is Bill Drover. Paul has the 1, 2, the 8 in behind, and over on the far side, it's the 10. He has good coverage, of course, in here on the 8 in behind. Ooh. I'll get away a little bit on him there. Too close to call this one, that's for sure. Boy, I tell you, we've got a real tight match shaping up here. Bang. It's 2 of the 3. Lead now cut to 6. Both teams have a bonus ball to come. Ball goes to the other side now. Lays it down. Good hit. Not a bad leave at all. 3, 5, 6. Left or the right, of course, that center pin. We'll get the job done.
Got him.
Nice
Good shot.
Ball. Good shot by Paul Chase. His team remains up by 6, but now he and his partner are open on spares, and so is Bill Drover. As Gloria Dalton gets up. Now, Gloria really would like to get things going here. She's had 3 8s in her last 3 frames. Previous to that, she had a spare, but only got 5 on it. Again, she's dropping that ball.
Still there now, still there.
Dropping the shoulder a little bit, and the ball consequently is skidding off to the right-hand side. It's so easy to watch it from our camera angle. So tough for her to see it. There's a good-looking ball.
Right in there.
Yes,
She's
sir.
got it.
Gloria Dalton comes up with a big, big mark there. 5-pin, there was some doubt in it, but it went. There's the 5 still standing. Lots of spinning wood. It's going to come around and take the pin down. Big mark for Gloria Dalton. On the mark, Gloria counts 5. I'd make it about a 1-pin match right now. Dalton continue to work away in this one. 3 big pins down there. Oh,
finds the hole. Goes through it. So Gloria Dalton takes 7 on that box. Now goes to 80 at even. Anna Mullins up, open on that mark, of course. 54 and open. Anna Mullins, Paul Chase, her partner, also open on a mark. Bill Drover open on a mark when he gets up to bowl. That'll be after Anna finishes here, and she's on the head pin.
Big count.
Leaves the bedpost -1. 10 falls. The 7 has been tapped. It's wobbling, but it won't. I do believe it won't go anywhere.
All of a sudden, just a moment ago, we had a 1 or 2-pin match. Now it's 13, and Anna's looking at another mark here. And Bill Drover and Gloria Dalton have got to be concerned if she gets this one. Got it. 13 pins, the difference now in favor of Mullen and Chase. And Anna Mullen again, of course, is open. So are Bill Drover and Paul Chase. All spares.
Back-to-back marks for Anna Mullen. Dropped 9 on the first one. And what's she going to get this time? Oh, off to the right-hand side. Late action on the left-hand side, but only will count 4.
Picks up 4, but it takes the lead to 17. A couple of marks make all the difference in the world. Got them all in a bunch here, too. Everything but the one out front. Well, she gets her 10. She's really got the job done for her team. Gets her 10. Anna Mullins increases her team's lead to 17 as Bill Drover gets up. He'll be on a spare. And Bill would really like to load this one up. A little bit of concentration going on there, wouldn't you say, Paul?
No question about that. Here's the
up to the side of the
shot,
mark.
but he only gets 4.
Only gets 4 on it. That cut the lead to 13, but Paul Chase is open on a mark. Bill Drover would have liked to have had a lot more than that. To the left-hand side. He just can't seem to put that ball where he wants. Fishing just a little bit. Gets one of the two. We'll switch to the other side. Boy, he would dearly love to mark right here because it would mean when he gets up to the 9th and 10th, of course, he'd be open on a mark. And the situation could be quite critical at that point. Boy, he wants that one bad. Not going to get it. However, he may be able to use that wood. If he lays the ball in around here, he could drive that wood right through. A little difficult to tell if he can pick up the 10 from our angle. He can. And again, maybe not. Skidded by the 6 and 10.
Came close, but no Garland pin.
Yeah, there are 2 very big pins down there for Bill right now. Going to get them both.
And he's got him. Nice shot. Good pinning by Bill Drover to get that 10 bucks. And he sits down, makes way for Paul Chase, who's going to bowl 2 more frames.
Now, the situation is this. Paul will bowl the 2 frames here. Then each bowler will have 2 frames to come in the match. And Paul is open on the mark right here, but
oh, do you believe
what a break for Dalton and Drover. He got that one off to the right-hand side, and now the lead is just 15. Went from 14 to 15 on that one pin. Well, Paul just wants to shake that one off.
Throw a strike ball here if he can, and he's off to the left-hand side this time, and you can see him
just
turned
doesn't
around.
look comfortable up there. Now he's doing the right thing. He turned right away, backed off. He wants to take a little time here. Well, that's not a bad out.
Good recovery. Square 9 box. Paul Chase goes to the left-hand side.
Crowd appreciate that too, that he really had to work to get that 9. Gave him a good round of applause. All eyes are on the scoreboard right now. 14 pins for Mullen and Chase. Paul Chase bowling here on the 8th. And he's going to have a real tough time to mark. Runs away. That's a real tough split. And try and lay it in here and chip that pin over through the hole. Well, no matter how you cut it, we're going to have an excellent finish. Do not go away. Now Paul again is turning away from it.
This one definitely going to the wire.
Gets 1, leaves 3 standing. Only 11 pins now. The difference in this one as we shape up for a great finish down the stretch.
Oh boy, I can hardly wait. The final 2 frames coming up.
From the East Coast or the West Coast, from Toronto or Inuvik, we can fly you to more destinations in Canada than any other airline. We've created the most extensive network this country has ever seen. Together with our partners, we offer you over 900 well-timed departures every business day. Because we have a name to live up to.
the cake people. I mean, they're always nice and friendly, and it's like they really seem to care.
And they make you feel like they're happy to see you, you know?
They must really enjoy working here. I think you can tell.
Oh, yeah, no question. It's definitely the people at the keg.
It's Steak of the Art. Very special steak dinners for a limited time only.
Art lovers, plan now to attend the Trans-Canada Art Wholesale, being held at the Holiday Inn, Roby Street, Halifax, this weekend, March 11th and 12th. This is your opportunity to own beautiful paintings at incredibly low prices. You can purchase this quality art for as low as $10. This sale includes paintings by well-known Canadian artists at super savings. Plan now to attend the Trans-Canada Art Wholesale at the Holiday Inn, Roby Street, Halifax, this weekend.
We've bowled 18 frames, and both sides have kept it very close, so it comes down to this, the final two, 372 to 361. Here's Gloria Dalton, 80.
Boy, they are all important right now. This lady's team is down by 11 pins. Everybody in Sydney behind this lady, giving her some encouragement. Really wants to sink this right in the middle. No, sir. Again, she's out to the right-hand side. Oh, that is so tough. And you try so hard. You say, what am I doing wrong? Why doesn't that ball go where I want it to go?
It has a mind of its own.
Oh, boy. This time she sinks it deep and comes up with a 9. Wow. That's not a bad 9 at all. There's some serious pressure for Gloria Dalton. She goes to the other side now. Anybody who's ever played this game knows the feeling. I feel right. The ball's just not doing what I want it to do. Oh. Well, she has some coverage, of course. You can see it on the 10 piece of wood here. These two are close together. But what about this pin in behind here? It's just that could be a problem.
Oh, it just takes the one out.
If she gets on that pin right here, she should get at least 10. There's the shot. On the pin, she got them all. So the difference remains 12 pins in favor of Dalton and Grover, or at least in favor of Mullen and Chase. And Alan Mullins is up right now. Neither team open. We have 6 frames to go in this match. It is tight. Let's see what Anna Mullins can do.
Off to the left-hand side. Wood coming back. We'll take the 1.
Nice break. Not a bad break at all.
That's it. Wow, lots of good coverage there.
Keep an eye on this pin right over here. That's the 10. Here's the shot. And there's the 10.
Wouldn't go. But again, good coverage on it, as long as she doesn't chase it too far down, and she doesn't.
Maintains the lead at 12 with Anna Mullins. It can't impress upon our audience enough, Paul, the importance right now of pinning. So the lead remains 12 pins for Mullen and Chase. Anna Mullins.
Oh, good shot there.
Boy, 2 flush, and that's going to be... Wait a minute. Oh, she gets a break there. Turning nicely for her. That's not bad at all. Anna might try and do is come in around here and kick off. She has to make sure before she gets this pin, but she has to get this wood over. She has to get a good angle on it. Here comes the shot.
Oh, no.
Well. Anna says, I'll go back and think about this one. What she might want to do now is to come up a little higher on this wood. Here's the shot. No, just to the left-hand side. String of 3 pins. All of a sudden, what a change. 9 pins in the difference. So one mark could change the match. Bill Grover is going to have a chance to put the pressure on the shoulders of Paul Chase. If he can come up with a mark and 9 on it. Boy. Tension just continues to build. Bill Grover under some serious pressure. Cuts it in there. Good looking shot. And hey, he's going to have a great spare chance here. Key to this shot, I don't think I have to tell you, is that he has to be on the pin that's right here. That's the one he has to be on. He can be on this side of it or on this side of it. He's got to be on it. Here's the shot. He's not. Oh. Bill Grover has got a very, very important pin down there right now. Remember, his team trails by 9. That's where he wanted to be before. Bill Grover gets that. It is
Must think mark here.
Pretty well mandatory that he marks here, yeah. Chances are that Paul Chase is not going to throw a 5 and a 6. So really, he has to mark here. Severe pressure. It is not going to be easy at all. Not going to be easy at all.
Got to throw the strike ball.
Oh, yeah.
Get that
Gotta
front
come in
pin or the ball
right
over
here.
on those two.
Real solid. He's got a great strike ball. No, sir. Not to be. But Paul Chase will not really have a lot of pressure on him when he gets up there. He has an 11-pin lead with Paul Chase. He and his teammate Anna Mullins. Good round of applause for Bill Drover. But the lights are growing very, very dim for Dalton and Grover right now. Ooh, wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
Paul's insisting on making this one close. That's probably just what he's saying there. Can't stand prosperity. He fires again. Cut in this time. Timber. Oh, there's 9. Okay, going to back off a little bit, work on the ball, but in good shape. Gloria Dalton and her partner, Bill Drover, won't be going on to the next round. However, we were once again honored with their presence.
And ball just got away from Paul Chase.
Paul says, what the heck, we've got this match wrapped up anyway. Now, wait a minute. Oh, dear. But I tell you what, we needed this with the tension that was building in the room here. He lays it down and says, there, look at this. And the pressure's off. Great things happen. Gloria Dalton and Bill Drover, welcome them back to Sydney. Because they have really represented your city well.
Paul Chase giving us a little bit of comedy here.
Makes it good. But it is. Anna Mullins and Paul Chase will move on to round number 2 as we bid adieu to Gloria Dalton and Bill Drover.
And what a match it was. The closest we've had in a long, long time. We'll come back in just a moment to talk to today's winners.
For $11,589, you can bulk up a hard-body king cab with all these options. And we'll throw in this attractive carrying case for nothing. For $900 worth of options at no extra cost, see your nearest Nissan dealer now. The Nissan Sentra costs $1,000 less than a Honda Civic. And in terms of reliability, it has a much better health record. See your nearest Nissan dealer now.
On your own cue, Mr. Mini-Wheat.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is better to be a nutritious cereal made with 100% whole wheat.
Nutritious, that's good.
Or to have a tasty little frosting. Now, wait, this won't work. What's my role here?
Nutritious and delicious.
You mean I'm both?
Yes, because nutritious never tasted so good.
Oh, yeah? Then that makes me a prince, a star.
Please.
Hey, you want my autograph?
Thank you.
Let's do breakfast, babe.
Thank you.
Where's my limo?
At Swiss Chalet,
your waitress will be right with you.
There's great taste on the menu. Our chickens broiled slowly over real hardwood charcoal with a special sauce for dipping. It's served with a smile. You'll smile back, and the bill's no big deal. At Swiss Chalet, we want you back, so we treat every visit like your first.
Swiss Chalet, there's always value in a visit.
Don't forget to use your Swiss Chalet coupons from Shoppers Drug Mart by April 2nd and save on a tasty meal.
You won't believe what we've got. There's more here at Mick-Mac Mall.
Spring can't be far behind when thoughts turn to motorcycles, and Cycle Scene 89 is just the chance to check out the latest in what's hot, March 2nd to 4th. See what's new in bikes and accessories from Mick-Mac Cycle and Pro Cycle.
You won't believe what you'll find. There's more here at Mick-Mac Mall. You won't believe your...
We're back at Basely Lanes in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, to say goodbye another time. We have two New Brunswickers who are this time advancing to the second round of the Mark 10 Mixed Candlepin Championship. I'd like to talk to Anna Mullen first of all. And Anna, you've been here before.
Yes, I have.
Now, do you want to take us back into time? Tell us what happened the last time you were here.
It was disaster. I bowled poor.
Disaster? Do you remember the scores?
I don't want to quote them.
Okay, well, she does remember the scores, but doesn't want to take them on the record.
No.
Let's talk to your partner, Paul Chase. Paul, you know, an interesting trend has developed. In the past 3 episodes, the lady bowler on the winning team has had a higher score than her male counterpart. What do you have to say about that?
Oh, I bowled like a bum today.
A bum, he says. Well, listen.
Terrible.
Listen, I don't know if I can agree with.
She hauled us through today, no doubt about that.
Listen, I want to talk a little bit about the end of the show here. The last frame, you dropped the ball, and what happened there?
I just totally lost her there. Just totally lost her. Right out in left field.
Out in left field.
I
think I've been out there before.
Yeah, I want to go home.
Okay, territory we're both familiar with. A little spot out there in left field, says Paul Chase. Anna, you're going to the second round this time. You've been to West Germany before?
No, I haven't.
Would you like to go?
Would be nice.
Well, that's what you'll be bowling for in the second round. Of course, you have to make it to the semifinal, after which you do have a shot to go to Frankfurt or Munich, West Germany, your choice. We'll give you time to think about it at that point. And also Toronto, Boston, the other trips, as well as cash prizes, $1,000 to our first place finishers, and we'll have 2 of them, of course, because it is a mixed championship. I want to say congratulations to the 2 of you. You're going back to New Brunswick. Have a good, safe trip.
Thank you.
We'll look forward to seeing you in the second round. How long is the drive for you? You're going up to Newcastle, aren't you?
It's about a 4.5-hour drive.
4.5 hours? Well, that's not too bad. Drive safely. Have a good time. Look forward to seeing you in the next round. And the next episode will feature Shirley Edwards and Tony Michaud. They will be our representatives from New Brunswick. They will team up to bowl against Nova Scotia's Bonnie Logan and J.C. Campbell. It was a real close one today. We'll hope for that again in our next episode. For our producer, Jim Hill, and Bruce Stephen, I'm Paul Meunier. Goodbye from Basely Lanes.
This has been an ATV presentation.
Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. We'll get you going now. Get you going. We'll work it all out.
It's new and it's great. It's Smart Lease, the smart way to get the new GM car or truck you want without tying up a lot of cash. Talk to your GM dealer or call 1-800-465-3273.
We'll get you going now. Twist and shout.
People say I work out too much. I work late too much. I end up eating popcorn for dinner too much. And I worry about my job too much. But there's one thing they never get on my case about. Trident. Too much.
My friends say I compete too much. I spend too much. I don't understand women too much. And I just plain want too much. There's one thing they never question. Trident. Too much.
This is new ABC concentrated detergent in our new, smaller box. We've improved it, so you use less and your clothes come out even cleaner than before. But how many clothes will our smaller box clean? Just as many as a 6-liter box. So buy new ABC concentrate. You use less, get a better clean than before, and still save up to 20% versus a leading detergent. Why use more? Buy ABC.
Sooner or later, everyone quits smoking. One way or another.
There's nowhere else but ATV.
Ski Base, Canada's national ski show, is brought to you in part by Mont Sainte Anne, a warm, friendly family place, making it more than just a great mountain. And by the growing network of Passport International automobile dealerships. And by Coors Light, the right beer right now.
Hi, and welcome to Ski Base. I'm Chris Robinson.
And I'm Lynn Worrell. Well, for many of us, skiing in March usually means the start of some spring skiing. And although not guaranteed, quite often the softer snow conditions tend to get pushed around a little bit more, and we start to see some bumps building up, especially on the steeper pitches. And speaking of bumps, later in the show, Chris will be telling us all about the World Freestyle Championships that were held in West Germany.
And shortly after that, we'll bring you up to date on the Ski Base contest. All entries must be in by March 13th, and soon after we'll be selecting the winners. In the meantime, get ready for some great ski action both in the gates and on the cross-country trails. We had our best performance ever by a Canadian cross-country competitor in the recent cross-country World Championships.
And we'll have more on that result coming up on the Detrani World Cup Report. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Discover Mont Sainte Anne, a warm, friendly family place, a superb mix of groomed hills from challenging slopes to gentle trails, or a quiet, picturesque journey into the Laurentian forest. Together, Mont Sainte Anne will treat your family to skiing that dreams are made of. Day or night, into the month of May, relax, play, ski. Experience Mont Sainte Anne, one of North America's friendliest and innovative ski centers. Mont Sainte Anne, much more than a great mountain.
Before Passport International Automobiles would select the Isuzu Trooper 2 from Japan as its 4x4, it had to pass the toughest off-road test the 4x4 can face. An off-road challenge more daunting than the Baja 1000 or the Australian Outback. Your driveway, the Isuzu Trooper 2. If it can make it here, it can make it anywhere.
The time is right for winter fun. There's snow on the hills. Go on and take a run. Everybody fooling around, just having fun. It's the silver bullet. It's the right beer now. The right time, the right beer. Coors Light is right here. Catch the light bright taste of Coors Light. Hold on to the silver bullet. It's the right beer now.
Seems like just yesterday that all of Whistler, BC was buzzing with the excitement of Rob Boyd's World Cup downhill victory. Our men's cross-country team also had some good news recently. Canada's Al Pilcher managed a best-ever Canadian result at the World Cross Country Championships. With more on that, here's Kevin Marks with the Detrani World Cup Report.
The World Nordic Skiing Championships were held recently in Lahti, Finland. Finland's Marho Matikainen, an Olympic gold medalist from Calgary, won the ladies' 15K classic race and placed in the top 3 in every other event. While Finnish and Soviet skiers dominated the women's events, Canada's Angela Schmidt-Foster posted 20